Welcome back. It's time for domination here on Bootleg. Time to go for match number 2. It is Team Fake versus FarikoYin. My name is Fake, and I'm joined here none other than the Real.
Hello guys, yes, we are going into round number 2 of this domination. There was a little bit of a mistake when they were starting this game off and they didn't invite us, but just to bring you guys up to speed, Fariko are currently winning by 29 points. So Team Fake have got the work cut out again here. They've not only got to beat Fariko, but they've got to beat them by quite a bit to actually stay in this best of 3 group stage. On board with Vaporeal Astero, I believe that's spelled. I mean, you can see they're already behind. Fariko had been doing a great job defending that C flag, and it's probably going to be the case that Fariko will just sit and hold 2 flags. That said, though, they've just got a 3 cap.
3-way there right now in firm control. Got themselves a 10-point advantage, and that's going to stay in for a while. The French team is absolutely struggling so far to actually get into control. Can we actually see what area they're trying to get into? Yeah,
they are all pushing on that A flag now. At least they've got a flag back that's just going to stop that huge amount of points being put in the favour of the opposing team. I mean, you get 36 points per minute if you are capturing 3 flags at once, and a net gain of 12 points per minute if you have 2 flags. So that 3 flag lead, even though it was for a short while, is just putting them so far ahead.
How many seconds does it take for another tick to be added? Is it every 5 seconds? Every 5 seconds for another tick. That's 3 points every tick if you have all 3 of them, and that right there is definitely a lot of leeway for Fariko right now, even though Fake are holding it, trying to hold it as hard as they can.
Yeah, I mean, they are trying the best, but it's just not looking good at all. There's only 2 minutes 39 left on the clock, and they're, you know, well over 50 points behind. They pretty much have to dominate for the rest of this time to stay in this. And, you know,
looking how they played in the previous map, it's just not going to happen. And trying to knife their way through, but how they managed to play in the previous map, the score there was 6-0 versus Yen. I don't see it as happening anytime soon.
No, I don't think it's a criticism of Team Fate, though. I just think it's that Fariko are playing so strong at the moment. They are a really good, and I feel, underrated team, even though they are one of those that are rated to place quite high. Even still, I believe they're underrated. And, you know, we could easily see them go into the top 3 here. They actually came 2nd at the EGL event and 3rd at the previous Reflex. Even though that was Black Ops, it gives you some sort of idea of how good they are.
And honestly, that was a different Yin team. That was a bit of an interesting situation where the Yin team actually got completely swapped over to a different team middle of the event because Fariko was like, the actual Yin team is underperforming. We're going to swap them out in the middle of an event. But that was a little bit of a controversy on that end. I do believe there was a slight amount of fallout about that as well in the end.
But, I mean, you can see the lead now just getting bigger
it's getting
and bigger.
ridiculous.
So we are probably going to see the 2-0 win by Fariko. They will advance further in the group stage. And just to let all you guys know, it is actually group stages now at Reflex. If you think World Cup style, we've got 4 teams within each group. The top 2 teams, each team will play each other once. The top 2 teams will advance into the winner bracket, and the bottom 2 teams into the losers bracket. Yeah,
there's 8 groups in total, A to H, if I'm not completely mistaken.
I believe so, yes.
Yes, every group, like you said, has 4 teams. Every team will play everybody in the group. It's very standard what you would see in the PC world as well. Actually, last week we actually had a double group stage.
Wow.
Where we had an initial, we had initial 3 groups of 5 teams.
Rush just went huge with a 3-piece there. I mean, it's, you know, it really doesn't matter at this stage. It is about the points, not the kills. Bleedo doing all he can, just trying to pick up kills because it is physically impossible to win this. But, you know, they're not giving up. They're just playing on till the end of the game, showing some good sportsmanship. They've got that to themselves, so.
Well, they got themselves 21 seconds of just messing around, so they got more than enough time. And we will be wrapping this up. It's a best of 3 still in these group stages. Everybody will meet everybody in the groups. The problem with this setup is whoever loses out first, whoever gets bottom set up in these groups will go home only having played 3 games, and that is the biggest thing about these groups. But there you have it. The final score will be 54-111 with a 29-point spread coming up for that first match. Not enough time at all. Yeah, not enough time.
Very strong by Fariko. So they, you know, I can see them doing really well in this tournament. A few people have been predicting them high. Some people have said they've got no chance. So there is a lot of debate over how well they're going to perform here. that's going to be the end of that. We had a few people joining the game actually there, so fortunately they didn't spawn in.
No, absolutely. It's always annoying.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm just wondering whether or not it's a private game. I wonder whether or not they've actually they probably joined in over the friend system like we did as well. There's 29 points on Bootleg advantage. We're going to go for a break and getting set up for the next stage match, which is currently being done. We don't know what it is just yet. The Reflex GT6 is going to continue rather shortly here from Wees, the Netherlands, a little town just outside of Amsterdam. We'll be right back with you. If production is actually paying attention, which I don't think they are. There we go.
Everything seems strange to me. I feel like a new